You are a slave to your definition of a slave. The biggest thing keeping people from waking up to what's actually going on is believing that slaves do not get paid. Do you actually believe that it would be cheaper for a slave owner today to not pay you, and in exchange for your work provide you with housing, shelter, care for you and your family, feed you, give you medical care, do all these things that modern life requires? Or do you think it would be cheaper to pay you as little as possible to keep you in a desperate situation where you will keep coming back, even though the rewards are pathetic? And the rewards do not let you get ahead like Americans used to get ahead. You used to start out working at a certain level, and if you worked hard and stayed committed, you would start to progress in life. And lo and behold, you would wind up with a house and a family and the white picket fence, all the things that were the American dream. They used to give us real rewards and let us build a real life. And now it's just been reduced to running on a treadmill, staying in place for your entire fucking life, because they've realized that they don't even need to give you that level of reward to keep you in your place, to keep you in your lane, to keep you doing what you must do. They've realized that all that needs to be there is just the desperation. And people won't even see that they're working in much the way that a slave would, in much the way that these mines out in the middle of nowhere used to have a company store, and they would pay you X amount of dollars, and then they would mark everything in the company store up to the point where you could not feed yourself. You could not save any money, because as soon as you got your paycheck, it went straight back to the company, because everything that they sold was so expensive and town was hours or days travel away. So you had no choice. And they've done that to the entire world. They've turned the entire world into a mining camp where the company store is so expensive that you're never going to save a dollar. And yet you still believe you're free. You still believe you're making these choices. And you still believe in the illusion the American dream is there for most people. It's not. If you're making less than $30 an hour, you are crazy to believe that you are not a slave. How are you going to afford a $415,000 house? That's the median price. Can you afford a $60,000 car to go with it? What if you get sick? Can you afford millions of dollars of medical care if you don't have insurance? Do you have insurance? Wake up. Stop believing this fantasy that they sell you, and start looking at what's actually going on. Stop believing what they tell you and start believing your own eyes. For fuck's sake.